Hey folks, plenty of white folks are mad about Procter Gamble's new ad out this week called The Talk. They're accusing the company of race baiting. Of course, we previously featured this ad. It is under the brand My Black is Beautiful. It shows black parents addressing racism with their children. Here is another sample.
Who said that?
The lady at the store.
That is not a compliment.
Listen, it's an ugly, nasty word, and you are going to hear it. Nothing I can do about that. But you are not going to let that word hurt you. You hear me?
There are some people who think you don't deserve the same privileges just because of what you look like. It's not fair.
The white folks aren't the only ones mad. A black YouTuber went on a 15-minute rant bashing the entire ad campaign. Brian Logan, whose YouTube commentary has got nearly 90,000 views, joined me on Skype from Virginia Beach to talk about why this ad makes him so angry. Okay, Anthony, what's the problem?
And it was kind of dramatic, and it was trying to push race to, sell their products. That was my whole thing with it. I wasn't really upset. It was just kind of unrealistic and dramatic to push the product.
How is it pushing race to push their products? What product was being pushed in the campaign?
Well, their company, Procter Gamble, they have a few products under their umbrella, if I'm not mistaken. And I went to the YouTube channel and they have head and shoulders stuff like that.
What product was pushed in the ad? What product did you see in the ad that was being pushed?
Oh, it wasn't a particular product. Like, it wasn't like, hey, buy this.
Okay, but that's not what you just said. You said they were pushing their products in the ad. Did you see any products in the ad? Did you see any products flash on the screen? Did you see a product shown at the end of the commercial?
No, but you know how advertising is. You don't always show the product in the commercial.
No. I know facts. I know facts. And what you said is factually incorrect. Do you even know what the My Black is Beautiful campaign is?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
Well, the My Black is Beautiful campaign, they're trying to basically talk about how, hold on, I'm kind of on the spot here. They're talking about...
Yes, you're on the spot. You're on a live television show. Yes, you're on the spot.
Yeah,
this ain't YouTube, where you can start over.
You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. I will say that. You're doing a great job in your show.
I do a great job every day. I'm good. Like Maxine Water said, I'm reclaiming my time. I don't need you telling me the great job. Right, I'm asking you again, Anthony. Anthony, I'm asking you again. Yes. Do you know what the My Black is Beautiful campaign is?
Well, from what I saw on the YouTube channel, it's a campaign trying to empower people, talk about different things, talk about the conversation of race. They're trying to empower black women, black people. That's what I saw from their YouTube. Because I saw a bunch of their videos on the YouTube channel, so that's what I got from it.
Right, so that's what the campaign is. So the campaign is about, yes, black is beautiful, because we know in the history of America how what is being defined as black has been seen as ugly, nasty, and not beautiful. There were no products being pushed in the campaign. So I'm still trying to understand, why are you upset with the campaign where it is revealing a reality?
I think you're upset.
You're not upset? You had a 15-minute rant against it on YouTube.
It wasn't a rant. It was just a video. It wasn't a rant.
Oh, it wasn't a rant. It was just a video. So
just a video.
Again, what is so upsetting? What is so upsetting about the ad, which depicts reality for black folks?
You didn't answer.
Well, I'm not upset. I mean, upset or not upset. I just gave my opinion about it. It was not a rant, and it was not being upset.
Okay, so was the talk ever had with you? Did your parents ever talk about this with you, or did you just go through life wonderful, and it was just a bag of chocolates?
Well, life wasn't always perfect, but I never had this talk. And nobody I ever grew up with in my neighborhood, low-income black areas my whole life. I never heard this from anybody that I knew, and not from my parents either. I didn't.
So let me ask you a question. So your parents never had a conversation with you about white cops, you being black?
No.
Really?
Yes, sir.
So nobody ever had a conversation with you about having to be twice as good and the reality of race in corporate America, or when it comes to college or anything else?
Never. Not one time in my life. I've only seen that like on TV and stuff, but I never seen that in my life. And nobody I knew in my childhood, like I said, grew up in low-income black areas. I never heard that from any of them.
Asked him whether he's been a victim.
So you're a black unicorn.
Right.
I mean, that's your opinion, and I appreciate that. You know, I take it as a compliment from you, sir.
Victim of racism. Come on.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm just okay. Again, I'm just trying to understand. So you say it's not a rant. So what? Then you said that they were pushing products and they were not. So it's just so you were just giving an observation.
Yes, I said in the video. This is my opinion. This is just my viewpoint. So I said that in the video.
Well, I mean, obviously it's your viewpoint. And so, yeah, we called you on here to discuss your viewpoint about it. So, but you're saying now it's not a rant. So you really weren't upset. You were just sharing just some general thoughts, right?
That's not the issue.
It's just my general thoughts, because the whole thing, I think from the ad, they were trying to say this is a normal thing that happens in black households. But for me, I never heard that. None of my friends heard that. To me, it was just kind of abnormal, in my humble opinion. So I wanted to give my viewpoint.
But you're probably abnormal. I know there are a significant number of people where there has been the talk about whether it's police, whether it's when you go out in public, trust me, a number of folks have had this conversation. So for you to say, hey, wasn't me, maybe you're like not the norm.
Well, you know, maybe in your age range, I'm a lot younger than you, so maybe in your age range you heard that, and that kind of makes sense. You know, coming from the 1960s and whatnot, it does make sense.
So younger black parents don't have these conversations. So these things just sort of just stop.
My parents are older than you, I'm pretty sure. But the thing is, I just never heard that. My parents are in their mid-50s.
Huh? Gotcha. I'm 48. I guarantee you there are some parents right now with some kids. They've had a conversation. My sister, who is 47, got 4 kids. They've had this conversation. But okay. All right, Anthony, we appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
All right, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Gotcha.
Weekdays on TV One.
I will never lie to you.
Oh, my God.
Roland Martin.
He doesn't want to talk to us. He wants to ignore us.
Uncensored.
Hell no. That ain't gonna cut it, boo.
Unapologetic.
No, that is fundamentally false. You are wrong.
Unfiltered.
He wants an America where we all look alike. He ain't talking about black people.
Unrelenting.
You better go work out, because you got a fight on your hands.
NewsOne Now with Roland Martin. Weekdays at 7 a.m. on TV One.